Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Saturday Morning Marvel Cards. It's good to be with you. Got a fun show planned. I think we're going to do a little more learning and a little less breaking of cards, but we do have a box or two to open. So yeah, if you're out there and you're in the chat, let me know. How's it going? We are live. I've got ePack training to do for you guys today because I'm getting a lot of questions about ePack, especially with Marvel Spider-Man Metal being released pretty soon, and how ePack falls into line with that. And then also, I have some grade reveals that I've shown on various platforms, but not really here on YouTube. I want to show those to you all this morning. What's up, Bryce? What's up, Chris? How's it going? Happy Saturday morning to you. Yeah, it's good to be here. And so I really want to be able to answer questions for you all this morning. So if you have, any product questions, whether it's new releases or past products, whether, again, like I said, we're going to talk about ePack this morning because I think that's an important topic coming up. Any collection questions, things like that, feel free to put them in the chat and I'll answer them this morning. I've got my coffee ready. I got a new Venom cup. Got that this week. Was it this week? Yeah, last week in Dallas. Oh, we got to talk about last Saturday morning and why there wasn't a Saturday morning Marvel cards. We got to have that conversation as well. So cool stuff. But yeah, we'll first probably get into some grade reveals because I've got some really special cards here, and then I've got this box. Let's see. I've got this box of PSA submission here. I've shown this one on Instagram, so you may or may not have seen it. Bryce, super pumped. Just bought Rittenhouse 75th Anniversary Daredevil Diamond Omega. Wow, Bryce. That's numbered to 10, correct? So you got the 10 of 10? That's a big card. So did you buy that because it's a diamond, or did you buy that because it's Daredevil? Curious. Let me know. So I'm going to spin around whenever I show these cards because I'm going to go to this camera here because I think you can see the grades better. So let me do that now. So I should still be able to see your comments because I have the camera behind I have this computer behind me. So let me spin around without knocking stuff over. It's kind of a tight space that I'm working with. Can you see everything pretty clearly? Boom. There's our stack. Actually, I don't want to show that one first. I want to show that one last. We'll do this over here. Let's see. So our first card up is Wolverine Gold Blaster. Love this card. This is an amazing card. I'm a big fan of 1990s, especially 95 Marvel Metal. I don't think I opened this card on the channel. I don't think this is one of those. It may be. I just can't remember, to be honest with you. But last year I opened up a box of 1995 Marvel Metal, and it was a great, great time. I think I pulled this card. I just can't remember. We got a 9. Really want this in a 10. This card in 10 probably sells for about $1,000. In a 9, I don't know, maybe 100, 125, something like that. So it's a big difference. So, but I love it. So what's up, G-Funk? Let's see. Chris says, not really in tune with the newer Marvel cards. I have a lot of 1990s, 96, Star Wars, CCG. I just enjoy listening to you guys chat about the new stuff, working on selling comics. I see. I've got a lot of friends that are actually selling comics to get into Marvel cards. So you're not alone in that. That is for sure. Spin that around. So our next card is Deadpool. It's from 1993 Marvel Masterpieces. This is Joe Jusko. You see his name here. He did the 1992 set. He was the only artist on that set, but there was multiple artists in 1993. On this one, we got a PSA 9. Just a gorgeous card. Obviously, the PSA 10 would be the win. We got Carnage here, 93 Marvel Masterpieces. You're good. Most of these are going to be the 93 Marvel Masterpieces. Now, I did open this on the channel. In fact, if you go back and watch that video, I opened it with my friend Brian Pullen, and that box was really bricked on one side, and the other side was not so much. And this is the best cards out of that set. And we got a PSA 9. Okay. Do our 9 stack. Hopefully it won't get too big. We've got Rogue here. Fun card. She's being targeted here in the sky. Let's see what grade we got. Oh, we got another mint 9. Mint 9. All right, we've got Blade. I submitted this card, just like full disclosure on how, people who point the camera at their face and talk can influence things, whether good or bad. Swaggle he's got a YouTube channel. If you don't know, he does a lot of comic stuff. He kind of jumped on the Marvel card bandwagon early and made a couple of videos, and he opened a box of this 1993 Marvel Masterpieces, and he called this the Blade Rookie. And so I submitted it because I thought it was a cool card, and he called it a rookie card. So I sent it in and got a 9. Now, year and a half later, I'm not really fond of the term rookie. I think first card appearance or first appearance on a card is more my jam, but he definitely is the reason why I submitted that card. So here we have again, Joe Juiceco. Just love it. You can see Juiceco's name is there in the brick. 93 Marvel Masterpieces. This is the box art. So this is a $20.99. And let's see what we got. We got a 9. So I actually owned this card in a PSA 10. I paid $300 for it at some point last year. But anyways, we got Venom. This is just a sweet Venom. Don't you like that? Look how good that looks. You got the red at the bottom here. Such a good looking card. And we got another 9. Okay, we've got a stack of 9s here. Nice little stack of 9s. All right, here we are with Spider-Man. This is the 1995 Flare. By the way, I always say Fleer and Flare. I always, say them at the wrong time, but just have a little grace with me. This is 1995 Flare. Spider-Man Marvel Annual Chromium. Fun card coming through the glass there. And we got an 8, not a 9. We got one for the 8 stack. How about that? 1995 is about some of the last cards you bought. Oh, I'm telling you, I love 1995. Just absolutely adore that set. It may be my favorite set of the 90s. I go back and forth on a few things, but I really do love it. Blade is in the 1976 Marvel stickers, I believe. First card appearance. Thanks, Big Save. That's good information. I'm not a huge sticker guy. Like, when somebody says sticker, I'm like, how's that a trading card? But I get it. I get why people like it for sure. But I'm with you. Again, my point is that I submitted it because of somebody who pointed a camera at their face. So do your research, even if you're listening to someone like me. Okay, 1993 Marvel Masterpieces, Captain America. If you're not familiar, this card actually makes a puzzle. And it makes a puzzle even though the sequence of the cards, in terms of the number, like this is number 15, number 14 and number 16 do not make the puzzle. You have to put them together another way. And here we got a PSA 10, my friends. We gem minted this one. This is a great card to gem mint. And the reason I don't know that I don't think I'm going to have the other 2 cards to the puzzle, but it's Namor on this side and it's Human Torch on the other side. And the reason these 3 are pictured in this puzzles because they're actually the first 3 Marvel superheroes. Namor was first, then Human Torch, and then Captain America, I believe. I believe that's the order. Although Human Torch is actually on the cover of the first, I don't know. It's kind of confusing to me, but they're the first 3. Somebody in the chat may know the answer. Raro, what's going on, man? 95 metal brings the most nostalgia to you. Yeah, same. It just, and they're gorgeous and they hold up really well. So here we have 1993 Marvel Masterpiece Hulk 2099. 2099 was kind of a really big thing in 1993. from a comic book standpoint, it was a huge push. You had Doom 99, all these 99s, and the art on this one is like really good. Look at that. And that's why I submitted it, because I thought the art was important. We got a PSA 10. Wonderful. Well, two reasons. I thought the art was important and the cards look good. that was the reasons. All right. So we got Vision. And I don't know what's behind Vision, but it kind of looks like maybe Sentinel panels. But then again, you got something going on up here. I don't know what that is, but another Joe Juiceco, Vision. And we got another PSA 10. Sweet. All right. Our PSA 10 stack is growing. See if we can outdo the 9s. What a fun card here. Spider-Woman, 1993 Marvel Masterpieces. This is a Tristan. I just love the spider coming down in front of her. Just gorgeous, that black and white. Everything about it. And we got another PSA 10. Awesome. Oh, they're on cardboard stock at least, the stickers. Yeah, good point. No, that's fair. Totally fair. Dr. Doom. That's just such, goodness gracious. This is just great art. Look at that. He's just looking at you. And here we have a Dr. Doom PSA 10. Yes. So good. It's like, Dr. Doom is like one of the most brilliant Marvel characters in all of Marvel. And he's obviously a scientist, but he's got this rudimentary mask, and it's like some kind of rudimentary mouthpiece in here. And it works. Like I like it. I dig it. All right, we got another $20.99. And I've already talked about this card, and we got another PSA 10. This is a great submission. We are killing it. All right, guys, we got a big one. We got Spider-Man. Admittedly, not the biggest fan of this art. I think this is card number 1. No, number 5. Card number 5. I knew it was early in the set. And yeah, it sits. Yeah, that's what it is. It sits in the center of a 9-panel. It just, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the spider legs in the background. If there would have been something cleaner with this, swinging pose, I think I really would have dug it. But either way, it's Spider-Man. I'm happy to have it. It's masterpieces, and we got a PSA 10, so I can't be sad about that. Goodness gracious, that's awesome. Very cool. Bryce, you like the Spider-Man? Makes him look like he's fighting a big spider. I get that. Oh, Rhino, man, if they get Dr. Doom right, it's going to set up the MCU for 5 or 6 years. So they got to get it right. All right, here we have. This is actually a really cool Wolverine. I dig it for whatever reason. I love the shimmer and the claws here and the sharp pointiness of it. It just works for this image. And yeah, we got a sharp Gem Mint 10. That's cool to put these together. Love it. Love it. Love it. I think me and Brian, we split this box. I think we paid like $275 or $225 for it last year. The submission here, I think these cards were $20 a sub, I think is what it was. So it's $443 for the 20 card submission. So that puts us, say, let's call it $700 into this. And I think we got our money back with just these cards right here. So that's good. 1993 Marvel Masterpiece Thanos. Cool card. Maybe not as cool as the Doom, but I think it's cool. I like how they attempted to color match the names at the bottom. They did a good job with that. We got another PSA 10. Yes. Now I don't see the gems. I don't see the stones. So if I was a Thanos collector, I'm not sure how that would impact me. But all right, here we are with the Blade non-sticker rookie. Just kidding. Still a cool card. It's like Wesley Snipes' Blade came out when? I don't know. It feels like it was definitely after 1993, but that looks like Wesley Snipes, doesn't it? Kind of does. Does it look like he pays his taxes? I don't know. All right, 1993 Marvel Masterpiece Blade. We got another Gem Mint 10. Sorry if I got it out of the camera. Got a little excited there. So what's your question, Coins A to Z? Justin, are all these cards you stand in for grading? Yes. Opened a box. The box was half bricked, half not. You can actually see it on the channel from last year. And yeah, sent these all probably April, February, March of last year, I think, something like that, and got them back recently. So we got a 1993 Venom Marvel Masterpiece. I've already told you we've got in this stack over here is a 9. I like this card a lot. And we've got a Gem Mint 10. Look at that. That is awesome. Oh, 1998's when Blade come out. So yeah, that's like Messed Up Prophecy. I mean, it looks just like them. It's crazy. Crazy. Thank goodness for Blade. Blade low-key helped make Marvel movies. I mean, it did well. All right. We started this stack with Deadpool. We're ending with Deadpool. Joe Jusko. Yeah, if you've been following the channel, you know that I like my Deadpool as a deadly assassin, not kind of the merc with the sock head. You know, this is the way I like my Deadpool. And we got it. We did it. Gem Mint 10. Look at all the blood. I don't know why I just now noticed this. That is all blood. Up the sword, all around here. What a crazy card. Crazy card. I like it. So we did, let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 9s, 1 8. That means we have 12 PSA 10s out of this 20 card submission. So I say we did pretty well. What do you think? Here's the camera. Sorry. Yeah, I think we did pretty well. All right, let's I got more grades to show you. Some more exciting cards to show you. Let's see here. Boom. Got another stack of this is more than 20. I don't remember how many this is. This is going to be early 90s stuff. And these cards are cards that, so I opened up a box of 1994 Flair. And I picked some of them out of there. So let's see what we got here. Cosmic Spider-Man got a PSA 9. Now, if you watched like 3 hours into the Marvel show, you've already seen these, so I'll be quick. We got a Venom PSA 9. But not everybody that watches Saturday Morning Marvel Cards watches the Marvel show. So we got this cool Venom here, PSA 9. PSA 9. I want 10s, that's for sure. Big save. What's going on here? You have a great opening video on one of these, but did you know that there are cards included in both Panini sticker packs of Marvel versus as well as the 80th anniversary? So I know there's sticker cards in the US release, if that's what you're referring to, and I have opened those, but not on camera. And then the non-US, I love those. The ones with the black border, I have opened those on the channel a few times, and there's some of my favorite art on a Marvel card. 1994 Marvel Universe Extinction Agenda, got a PSA 9. Very cool art. So question for you guys, what do you think the future of Marvel cards is as it relates to the 90s stuff? You feel like, even though it's, printed quite a bit, especially with the early 90s, how do you think that's going to play out long term? 1990 Marvel Universe Wolverine, Frank Miller cover, PSA 9. Bryce, you were able to get an SGC 9.5 2018 Marvel Masterpiece Loki Tier 4. Wow. So you recently got a Daredevil and a Loki. Are you a character collector? Or are you just chasing what you think are special cards? Okay, so this is a 1996 Marvel Masterpiece Daredevil. One of the most important sets of the 90s. May end up being one of the more important sets of all time. Just beautiful, beautiful art for this whole set. Only 2 artists. And we have a PSA 8. That's actually not terrible when it comes to Marvel Masterpieces. Here's another one. This is a War Machine. So if you go back and you watch the very first Marvel Masterpieces pack opening that I did, these that came with the Double Impact Rogue, these cards were in that pack as well. And this War Machine here got a PSA 8. Very cool. I see collect Daredevil, but Loki was too good to pass up. Oh, wrong stack. All right, we got Silver Sable. Take a look at this card from 1996 Marvel Masterpieces. Beautiful card. Julie Bell, I believe. PSA 9. That's great. I wouldn't mind putting together an 8, 9, 10 set of 1996 Marvel Masterpieces. I think it's too late to try to do a 10 set. They're too expensive. Would cost you over $100,000 probably to put that set together. But an 8 and 9 set, I think, is still affordable. So 1990 Marvel Universe Phoenix. I submitted this card because it looks centered. That's really about what I was doing. Got a PSA 9. Those are so tough. We got another Venom. As you can tell, I like this card. I've submitted it a few times, chasing the PSA 10. And got a 9. Got a 9. We got Chimera. Amazing art again. Just lovely. We got a 7. So not quite the 8 and above that I would hope for. So I'd have to get another one of these. All right, we got Stan Lee. This card took the world by storm. And I got a PSA 9. I think there's something like 300 PSA 10s of this card now. It is heavily submitted. All right, here's a fun card. 1994 Marvel Universe Flare Power Blast Wolverine. This card and the art on this just really struck me as a kid. I love it. And it got a PSA 9. Not an easy card to get a PSA 10 on. If you've opened these boxes, it comes, so you have the box, you open the box, and then you open up the packs. Well, the packs are other boxes. And then inside of those boxes, the cards are wrapped in this like a cellophane. And the Power Blasts are always on top. And so they sit on that cellophane, and this side especially, sorry, I meant to show you both sides, because it's a double-sided card. This side gets really, really, really foggy. And, I think in an effort to clear that fog off of it, you might, mess up the surface. And maybe that's one of the reasons it's hard to tin. Not sure. Oh, we got to do our stacks here. I'm sorry. That's a 7. And these are 9s, and those are 8s. Okay. All right. Here we have Wolverine versus Omega from 94 Flair. And, I had this card in a PSA 10 as a buyback. So number to 20 buyback PSA 10, but I sold it for $1,500. Okay. Got a 9 out of this one. So not a 10, but we did get a 9. 1996 Marvel Masterpiece Domino. Beautiful card. Not sure why she's in a futuristic world, but I dig it. Still works. Ooh, we got a 9. All right, so that really helps the 9 collection for Marvel Masterpieces. Let's see here. Big save for 90s cards. I think the pop counts will grow in the near future with PSA backlogging, clearing up with long-term with bricking issues they won't. So I'm curious. So I've been thinking about that. How much are they still behind on the backlog? Because like I said, I submitted these cards before they hiked up the prices to $300 a card, but not much before that. So I'm really curious when that backlog is going to be considered cleared, if you know what I mean. Because I've been watching the pop count and they really haven't shot up. I'm going to show you some cards in this submission where there's only 3 cards submitted and 2 of them are mine. So just really curious about that. Bryce, a little off topic, but how many sketches did you end up getting on Watch Me Open last night? I got 8 sketches trying to chase the Spider-Man Marvel Legends sketch, which I did not get. I got 2 Marvel Legends sketches. One of them was Daredevil, so you might want that one. And the other one was Human Torch. Human Torch. So here we have a cool 1994 Venom. Again, I believe all the Power Blaster original art. We were trying to figure that out the other night and got a PSA 9 on this one. So not bad, but not a 10. Not a 10. All right, here we have Phoenix. Look how awesome this card is, guys. Like, that is just so awesome. Just love it. Love it, love it. And this Dark Phoenix on top of that. I know it just says Phoenix, but PSA 9. Gosh, so difficult to get a 10. Look at that foiling. Isn't that cool? Some people like this card on the front, but I like my slabs to stand straight up and down if possible. Big Save, you said, I think they said in a couple of more months they'll be cleared up. That's why they're lowering prices. Okay, that makes sense. Really cool Spider-Man 2099 here. And we've got PSA 9. Do you think I had a difficult grader on this one? And maybe on the other submission, I didn't have as difficult a grader, because I would think these cards are cleaner than the 1993s, but what do I know? So 1994 Marvel Universe Wolverine, 1 card, PSA 9. Ooh, love this one. Eddie Brock and Venom. Venom Lives Part 6. Very cool card. PSA 9. Another Venom Lives Part 6. And we got a PSA 9. Because they're virtually the same. It's like, how can they give one a 9 and not the other? Yep. I don't know. One of the reasons why I submitted a bunch of cards to BGS is because I do like the subgrades. I like knowing why. All right, so this is a fun card. This is, the first full appearance and cover appearance of Wolverine image here in 1987 Comic Images Colossal Conflict. So this is kind of the series 2 of that year. The first series, 87, has more of the superheroes in it. And, those cards are considered important, I think. And then the second series is more villains and battle scenes. And here we have, Wolverine versus Hulk. But it's considered a Wolverine card. So it kind of feels a little out of place on the checklist to me, but I'm glad it was in there. Opened this box on the channel. It was maybe the second or third video I did of box openings, and was happy to get this card. And it's a 6. All right. So, well, I'm gonna tell you more about this card in a minute. I'm gonna give it a second. So we got to make a 6 stack over here. All right. Here we have, this is a really cool card. We've got Dormammu, again, 87 Comic Images. But look at that Doctor Strange and him fighting Dormammu. I think that's really cool. And we got an 8. And I'm going to tell you, 8s are really difficult in this set. These cards, they come, I don't know if you can tell, but the edges, they're just like serrated. They're jagged. I don't know if you can see it. And they're very off-centered. There was not a lot of quality control when it comes to taking care of these cards. And so they don't grade well at all. Got a fun Hobgoblin here. Now, I can't remember. Someone in the chat, let me know Hobgoblin's first full appearances in what year. It's in the 80s, but I can't remember what year. I think this is a cool card. I like it. I'm pretty sure it's Hobgoblin's first appearance on a trading card. and it got a 6. Cool card, got a 6. All right, we have another Wolverine versus Hulk. And this one I got a 6 as well. So now I can talk about this. So there's only 3 of this card graded on PSA. And the other one I think is a 7. It's just a really difficult card. But I was shocked to find that there wasn't more of the Colossal Conflicts graded. So total population is 3 and 2 of them are mine. I just was shocked by that. All right, another fun card. We got Scarlet here. We've got Quicksilver. We've got Magneto, Toad, and I can't remember this guy's name. But this is the cover of X-Men 4. And it's the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. Really like this card. And we got a 5. I still like it. I know I got a 5, but I still like it. All right, speaking of stickers, we have a sticker. And it's horizontal. I sent this one in just as a kind of a test. So stickers do come in the boxes and packs of Colossal Conflicts. And this one got a 9. Wonder what you got to do to get a 10, because that sticker was really clean. Maybe it's the back. I don't know. But I got a bunch of these stickers. Most of them are Wolverine, if I remember correctly. All right, we have Hulk versus Rhino, but it's considered a Rhino card. And we got a 9. Okay, that's not easy, guys. A 9 is not easy in this set at all. Put that in the 9 stack. Okay, here we have a 1987 Taskmaster. Really cool. We got a 7. That's our second 7. Oh, wrong stack. Second time I've done that. All right, here we have Mephisto. And look at that. You got Surfer, Mephisto. This is Silver Surfer issue number 3, which is a really hot comic book about a year and a half ago. It's cooled off quite a bit. That's back when people thought Mephisto was going to be in WandaVision. Mephisto will come eventually. He just has to, but can he come before Surfer? That's the question. But this is a really cool card. And look, we've got a PSA 9. That's awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I still have a lot of these cards. I just have never submitted them. These are the only ones I've submitted. All right, we got the Hellfire Club. Wolverine. This is basically Wolverine's first real solo appearance on a comic book cover, if I remember correctly. Also, the image that was used for the high series Wolverine and X-Men Metal. And we got exactly what we wanted, a PSA 9. Well, I mean, we wanted a PSA 10, but if one of these cards was a PSA 10, I would doubt that the grader did it correctly. But a 9, that's really special. This is a great looking card. And I actually think it's one of the best cards in the set. So to get this one in a PSA 9, I think is really good. And this one was up there too as one of the better cards in the set, in my opinion, because it's got Surfer and Mephisto on it, and it's a comic recreation, cover recreation. Okay, we're not done with grades. I actually got one more stack here. It's actually probably the biggest stack in terms of cards. So let me get these situated and then grab those. So how are we doing, everyone? Everybody good? Having a good time? All right. Now, I originally made a video showing these grade reveals, but I never posted it. And so I just decided to share them with everyone this morning. Hey, Tom, how's it going? Okay. If you know, this is a platinum portrait from 2021 Marvel X-Men Metal. Gorgeous card. So if you don't know, Dark Phoenix is the character I chose to chase in that set. And so virtually, anything that wasn't a part of me just building a binder, all I own really is Dark Phoenix. Everything else is up for trade or sell. And we've got PSA 9. PSA 9 Platinum Portrait. You can get this in a 10. It does happen. Generally, this corner is tough because of the waffling, but mine looks really clean. So I'm not sure what I did to get a 9. Who knows? Maybe it's technically off-centered and I'm just not aware. But I am very happy to have it. I can live with the 9. Here we have Marvel Girl. So really not Dark Phoenix, but it's Jean Grey. So I will allow it. You'll see that a couple of times here, but it's really Dark Phoenix that I collect. We got another 9. Let's look at our corner. Our corner looks good there. Good and full. These are just beautiful. Upper Deck and Arena Designs, they've just done such a good job together on so many cards. Platinum Portraits, EX Entries, and then, obviously PMGs. Just great. It's good to see them continue to work together, and they work together on Spider-Man Metal. Here we have the Purely Periodic. Now, what's fun about this card is it's the Alpha. So there's only 40, and this is one of 40. Really happy about that. Probably the negative is this particular image is used multiple times on the Purely Periodics. So that is frustrating, but whatever. But here we have a PSA 9. So I think that's a great grade. Purely Periodics, they're tough because of the backs. The back is generally off-centered pretty badly. So I was very fortunate to be able to get the Alpha, and it's well-centered. So we got another 9. All right. So this Purely Periodic was not on the checklist. This was actually considered one of the hidden cards, or hidden checklists, not hidden cards. There's only 32 of this one, and it's part of the Metalloid. So it says Metalloid right there. So, you had the normal checklist of purely periodics, and then eventually the hidden checklist was released, and the Metalloids are they're green cards with the exception of Wolverine. His is blue. And of the green, you have Deadpool, which is a sick looking card, Cable, which is a great card, Dark Phoenix, Wolverine, and Magneto and Gambit. That makes the Metalloid set, but they don't all have the same numbering. The Deadpool and Cable are really difficult to get. The Gambit and Magneto are probably the easiest. Wolverine has the most, but he's so popular. There's 66 of those, but people eat it up pretty good. And it actually says for the element, it actually says adamantium. So that's kind of fun. But here we got a PSA 8. Sorry, I got long-winded there, but wanted you to all understand the card. And I think the PSA 8 has something to do with the off-centered here. See how thin it is over here in comparison to this one. But it's just a great image of her powering up as Dark Phoenix. Dark Phoenix is just one of the more fun characters to collect in this set because there's so many special cards. All right, we have the 1995 metal buyback. Again, I'll just repeat myself. I love 1995 metal, and I absolutely love the buybacks because they're numbered. So this is number, see if I can get this in the light just right for you. This is number 8 of 10. Number 8 of 10. And on the back, you have the buyback stamp. So that's the actual stamp there. And even though this says Phoenix, she's in her red outfit, which is important to me. So this card just does a lot for me in this particular collection. And I got a PSA 9. We got a mint 9. So think about this as a buyback. This came out in 95, was put in a pack, and then was reopened, and then reinserted in a pack, and then reopened, and then sent to PSA, and it still maintained the PSA 9 grade. So long journey to get to me, and I'm happy to have it. So we got another buyback. This number is 4 of 10. 4 of 10. Love this Jean Grey. Big fan of the art, always have been. Love the big hair, the whole shoulder pads, everything about it just works for me. And this one we got PSA 9. So we got matching buybacks of grade 9 and 9. There's our stamp. Very happy to have that. Okay. Here we got the blue. So the blue is the ePack achievement. You cannot get this in a pack. You can only get it on ePack, and we're going to spend some time with that this morning. If those who want to learn about ePack and you don't understand it, but this card was not physically opened in a box. It was achieved through Upper Deck's ePack achievement system. You had to convert 10 of the base high series cards to obtain a blue parallel. And I'll talk more about that in a moment. This blue got a 6. Got a 6. I'm not sure what's going on with this card for it to get a 6. Because, I mean, the edges look good. Corner looks good. It's like, did they mean to put a 9 and they accidentally put a 6? I know a card is more than corners and edges, but it doesn't look terribly off-centered. And I don't see anything significant on the surface. Somebody help me out. But I got a 6, probably the only 6 that's been graded. Okay, so this is a black. This is a black. You see how it's got that black wash? So this was an ePack achievement, and it was actually really difficult. So you remember how I said it took 10 base to make a blue? Well, it then took 10 blue to make a black. So that's 100 high series base cards. And if you're not familiar, the high series in X-Men Metal Universe was actually shorter printed especially in ePack. Well, in the box too, but anyways, on ePack. So you would only get 3 high series cards out of every 2 packs. 3 high series cards out of every 2 packs. Well, there's 100 cards in the high series set. So you had to get 100 base of Dark Phoenix on ePack to then convert it into a black. I mean, you had to open so many boxes or do a lot of trading to get it. I don't think people realize, there's probably 20, 30 of these in existence, and that's it. Because many people took their blues home, some people took their high series home, and then to get a black and to get it in a PSA 9, I think that's pretty special. Very happy with that. Very, very happy with this card. It is mislabeled. They did not put black underneath it. See how this one has blue? So I've got to get a label correction there. It's supposed to say black. Check for bins if it's a 6. That's a great point. I mean, I didn't see any bins, especially when I sent it. I don't claim to be the best grader or by any stretch of the imagination. If I like a card, I submit it. That's basically what I do. And part of liking it is looking at the condition, but I don't know. 6 is tough, but I'm sure it was warranted. All right, here we have a red Pmg Dark Phoenix. Very cool card. Is not the foiling that we all had hoped for when it comes to PMGs. I think over time it's going to just, I think people are just going to associate it with this set. As long as this foiling doesn't come back, it's gonna be somewhat unique, this matted precious gem aspect. Remembering collecting now across the board, not just Marvel cards, but in collecting, it's often the thing that people didn't want that ends up becoming the most valuable. And that's just played out over time, so you just gotta pay attention to that. I'm not trying to say these cards are going to be worth something in the future. I'm making a very, 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 very generalized statement. But even still, I do like this particular card. And we got an 8. We got a PSA 8 precious metal gem. And the sequence on this card is actually 25 out of 100. And I like that number. That number works. That works for me. 25 out of 100. Now, again, if you don't know, the reds are actually only numbered 11 through 100. So there's only 90 of these, 11 through 100. And that's because the greens make up the first 10. So here we have the green PMG to go with our red precious metal gem. Beautiful card. This is number 7 of 10. Number 7 of 10. And I will say I like how it's green. I think that's cool. Just a beautiful card. Very happy to own this. In a minute, when we're looking at ePack, if I can pull it up pretty quickly, I'll show you what I had to trade to get this. And you'll think I'm an idiot. But I own it, and I own the highest grade, PSA 9. So I'm happy to own it. It was quintessential in the Dark Phoenix collection. I love it. If you don't know, I'm not showing you because it's not graded, but I also have the printing plates of this. The printing plates is just an awesome set. I actually can show you that on ePack as well. But yeah, love this card. Absolutely adore it. Very thankful to have these. I do want to get the red PMG and a 9, so I've got to work on that. And I believe I can get that done, no problem. But man, look at that, guys. Look at this card. How wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. All right, so question for you in terms of what you want to do. Do you want me to start going through ePack and showing you some things on there, showing you trades that I've done, talking about how to maneuver ePack, or do you want me to open a box of Weiss Schwarz? So I'm going to spin around. We'll kind of keep this in view, so let people enjoy it. Boom. All right, I'm coming back to the front screen. And let's do this. Boom. So do you want me to go through ePack, or do you want me to open up a box of Weiss Schwarz? What you think? Personally, I think that you guys will get a lot more out of the ePack discussion. Even, maybe you're really familiar with ePack and you don't need to hear that, but a lot of people are coming into the hobby for the first time, and I just want you to be prepared. Pellet LSU. Are you an LSU fan? Hey, thanks so much for checking out my email. Oh, great. Okay, so you had the 90s cards that you sent me in the email. Is that right? Is there warping in the paper? I really don't know. I don't think I don't know that I'm qualified to answer that question. What would that look like? Because I certainly don't see warping in the paper. No, I don't know. Nothing seems out of place. I really don't know. It looks good. It really does look good. Do you see warping? Oh, cool. Huge LSU span. Open a box because Spider-Man metal's delayed. I got you. Okay, so give me 1 second and I'll grab the box, Jojo. And by the way, I know that you saw if you watched the Marvel Car News, Spider-Man metal's happening. Like it's been, even after I reported the news yesterday, I got double confirmation last night. So, and what I mean by that is I know people who have they're putting their eyeballs on the product. So super excited about that. All right, let's spin back around. Boom. Yeah, we'll open up a box of Spidey metal. White Swartz here. I got 3 boxes left, so this will be my third to the last box. I had 18 of these. These have kind of been a filler a little bit. So it's been good to us. I don't know that I've hit the case hit out of this yet. Mainly because I don't know this product that well to know what exactly is the case hit. I think I've hit a few nice cards, but nothing super special. Who do we have? Is it Captain America, Iron Man? Yep, it's Cap. Good old Cap. I'll be real. If these had first edition like stamped anywhere on it, I wouldn't open them, but they don't. Boom. Let's see here. Are the Spider-Man Metal ePacks going to be insanely hard to obtain, like how Unbound was? That's a great question. I don't think they're going to be that hard personally, because of the fact that there's going to be a lot of product on ePack, comparison to Unbound. I guess it just depends ultimately. I guess that was our hit. Sorry. It depends ultimately how many people are trying to get on the server at once. If there's a lot of people trying to get on and the servers can't handle it, yeah, I think it will. I know that one of the plans that a lot of people have is just to simply buy everything they're going to buy at once. Make a point to do that. I think we have a hit in this pack, by the way. Like for me, my desire, if I can make it come together, is to whatever I'm going to budget for ePack, I spend it all at once. Like I don't try to nickel and dime my way through the purchase of the boxes. Let's see here. We're going to get to the last card. Spider-Gwen. And here is a hit. Okay. Whoa. All right. That's the Avenger stamp. I think that means something good. Wow. Hawkeye. I felt like we had a hit here. I think the Avenger stamp is the hardest one to get, isn't it? Somebody help me out. It's just been a while since I've been in this product. That's cool. Let's get this in a sleeve. Obviously, I wished it was a Spidey, but man, that's fun. Or Iron Man. Very cool. I did know what this was called, but I can't think of it now. Awesome. I think that was our case hit, by the way. Come on. That pack didn't want to open. So you heard they're going to make 17,000 physical boxes of metal. Will it be kind of a 50-50 split? Other half on ePack, full metal, Joic? That is not the case. It's actually 25-75. So 75% of the product will be on ePack. Only 25% will be on physical hobby boxes. And I think your math checks out. So there should be, if my calculations are correct, 50,200 hobby boxes. 50,200. Which is not a lot, in my opinion. There was 36,000 boxes of X-Men metal, roughly, is what's speculated. And those boxes right now are selling for $600 to $800. And most of the cards have been hit, like the one-of-one Wolverine has been hit, things like that. but people are still paying pretty good money for it, and the reception of that set wasn't really great. So if Spider-Man Metal is a superior set, it definitely has superior characters in it. You know, it makes you wonder how high those prices are going to go, say, a year from now, and how many people are going to go after it in comparison to X-Men Metal. Now, and just to give you better context, if you don't have it, so I don't think X-Men Metal was quite $25.75, but it wasn't far off. I think it was like 27% was physical. I've heard, but I don't know for sure. And ePack came out in September, and it took all the way to like February, March of this year for it to sell out. It took a long time to sell out. Maybe in October when it came out. All right, Spidey. Very cool. Brian says X-Men's better than Spider-Man always. I respect that. Izzy, how's it going this morning? Did you get some sleep? What is the retail price of Spider-Man Metal? It is currently roughly $600 a box in most distributors. When it was first made available on Dave and Adams, which is where I've purchased most of my product, it was $234 a box. What do we have here? That's a really cool Venom, guys. That's a secret rare. I actually don't think I've ever hit this one. That's awesome. Yeah, so this is the Avengers card. Okay. I just now remembered that you look right there. It just took me a little bit. Very cool. That was a very cool Venom. But going back to Spider-Man Metal, it was like $234 a box when it first released. And then, they only let you buy like 6 at a time, and then they sell it out, and then they raise it, and then they offer it the next week and raise the price in increments. So like the next week it was like $249 a box or something like that. And then next week it was like $275 a box. And then it kept going and going and going like in that way. So I bought as much as I could early while the prices were lower. But they've, as you know, now gotten up to like $600 a box, $7,000 a case. People are paying it. Not what I want to do. I have purchased, I think I've purchased 8 boxes over $500, but the rest of it I'm under $300 a box on. How much will it be on ePack? So let's just do some comparison because we don't know. No one knows the answer yet. But comparatively, X-Men Metal, when it released, it was $400 a box. And when it came out on ePack, it was $250 a box. So, something like that. Pretty close to $250. And, so if Spider-Man Metal stays at $600 upon release, and that's a little over half, so it sounds like it's going to be like $325, $350 a box on ePack. I'm really hoping for $300 or less. If it's $250, that will be massive for the hobby, like in a good way. If it's over $300, it's going to be difficult, and people will still sell out, but it's going to be difficult. Because remember, with ePack, you do get physical cards, but some of the cards are going to be digital, and so you won't get all physical cards. Your digital cards, you'll have to combine them to make a physical parallel, and that parallel is going to be neon green. I think it's either neon green or neon blue. If you don't know what I mean by low series and high series, the base set has 200 cards. The first 100 is low, the last 100 is high. And so the only way to get the low series base cards is in the physical hobby boxes. That's true for X-Men Metal as well. Hey, Spidey, what are the advantages of ePack over physical product for Spider-Man metal? Well, so there's a belief potentially that some of the better hits are actually in ePack, not in the physical boxes. And so, to create that frenzy of buying, what if Upper Deck is loading up a lot of the hits on ePack and not putting them in the physical boxes? And so there's some belief that that's true. The other is that you can trade. So there's a value to trading because people are chasing the achievements, and so you can get premium dollars on an unredeemed card on ePack, where in the physical realm you can't get that value. The moment the card's redeemed or the moment it's put into your physical hands, it loses that trading component that you have on ePack, where people can use the cards to gain the achievements. And the achievements are important to a lot of people. And so they'll overpay for achievement cards. So you lose that. The natural ability to just trade, via ePack, because it's super easy. You just transfer the cards into your account. And so ePack gives you that ability to be able to trade, with people all around the world pretty easily. The other advantage is that the product is generally cheaper upon release compared to the hobby boxes. There's some potential future advantages that I can't speak about yet that ePack might offer. And that's really about all I can say, but just know that they're steadily trying to improve that space to make it where people want to buy that product on ePack. Let's see what else in terms of advantages. So when I was talking about front loading, like loading up ePack with the hits, we opened, I don't know, there's some people here in the chat that was a part of this in X-Men Metal, but we opened, I don't know, 25 cases of X-Men Metal, like corporately through a group of friends, meaning we watched each other open it. And I think we hit maybe 4 buybacks. But on ePack, buybacks were getting hit all the time. These cards are numbered to 10. And so, we went into ePack thinking, man, buybacks are insanely rare and hard to hit. And then we started seeing them all the time. And so it has people believe that, Upper Deck put those buybacks mostly on ePack. Is that true? I don't know, but that was my experience. All right, so here is our hits out of this box of Weiss. Got a cool Venom, secret rare. We got the Avengers here, Avenger stamp, Hawkeye, cool card. Got a rare. Why did I put that one in there? Oops. We got a double rare, rare, double rare, rare. Got a, rare. Let's see. I'm not going to say rare over and over again. Double rare and double rare. So that was our hits out of that box. It's fun. All right, let's go to ePack. Let's do that. Does Weiss Schwartz show the pack odds on the pack? Yeah, I think they do, but it's in different language. So I can't read it. Let's do a screen share here. Remove. Share. Boom. Question. Isn't that a garbage move though? If in the hand boxes, ePack boxes are the same price, that's sketchy to move and load up ePack. So yeah, I mean, I think it's sketchy. And I don't know if it's true. I'm giving you all the information that's swimming around in my head. I certainly hope it's not true because, I'm almost at 50 boxes of Spider-Man metal and I expect to pull really good cards. So do you think the retail boxes, Target and Walmart will be available when the hobby boxes are released? In theory, yes. In theory, I don't understand why it wouldn't be, which means, as goofy as Walmart and Target are at times, I don't mean that ugly if somebody's there. Just goofy things happen. Uh, that product generally shows up before you can actually get it on the QR, like you can scan it. Like that happens with Marvel Legends. You know, you'll go to Target and you're like, oh, I found a Marvel Legend I want to buy, and then you go to ring it up and they won't let you ring it up. They're like, oh, it's not the actual street date, is what they call it. And so I would definitely, starting this week, I would figure out a way to make your rounds by Target and Walmart. I absolutely am. That's what I'm going to do. May not find a thing, but I don't want to miss out on finding those packs, mainly because of the fact that obviously I want to open the packs and I want to enjoy them, but they have the yellow FX parallel will only be in the retail boxes, retail blaster boxes. So if you want that yellow parallel, you're either going to have to buy it, like on eBay or something like that, trade for it, or you've got to get it out of the Target and Walmart packs. The yellow FX parallel will not be retail or ePack. Swami, about 50 minutes behind, but does the 95 metal brick? The answer is no. I've never experienced bricking with the 1995 metal. Bryce, I think they have equal hits, but it's a lot easier to see the hits on ePack, as anyone can see the marketplace. And with physical, there's a lot less people sharing what they hit. That's brilliant, Bryce. I actually think that's more true than the other, because of the fact that the inserts and number cards are promised. But what I think could possibly happen is, so the numbered cards such as the pinks, the PMGs, where the green or red, in Spider-Man Metal, you're going to have the orange and the turquoise as well. Those are going to be in the boxes like they're supposed to be from a hit ratio standpoint. Now, you can get a box that doesn't give you what you're owed, and Upper Deck will actually honor that if you send in the information, and the information in the interior of the box. They'll give you your hits that you're owed. However, and so ePack has its hit ratio that it gives you that you're owed, and in my experience, you always get what you're supposed to. But there's other inserts other than those numbered cards that I just mentioned. And for instance, the buybacks did not count as a numbered card for a box hit. It counted as the additional insert. So the better inserts there could still be put on ePack and be different. Again, I'm not saying that's true. I don't want people to think of me as a conspiracy theory person. I'm just answering that question. Why could ePack possibly be better? And some people have that belief. And yeah, more people keep boxes sealed. Yeah, smart to keep sealed, but I like to open. Do you invest in comics as well? Love from Australia? Love from the US. Thanks for watching. I do invest in some comics. I kind of ebb and flow with it in terms of my attention span and what I'm looking for. But my most recent purchases have been around the first appearance of The Mandalorian and the variants that come with that, and then also this cameo of Grogu. So, Michael Thomas, you've had the same thoughts. Yeah, I don't think you're alone there. Okay, so let's talk more about ePack. Okay, so here are some of the cards that I have in ePack. We're gonna specifically go to X-Men Metal. With ePack, just so you're aware, what you can see. Well, let's start over. Let's start from the beginning. If you got to create an account. If you don't have an account, create an account. Okay. When you create an account, you can actually buy real cards, real trades. Okay. You can instantly purchase packs and open packs of trading cards and authenticate collectibles at any time. Well, they say anytime when it's available. And since Upper Deck has the Marvel license, they took the Marvel screen down because they don't have anything for sale. So Marvel is currently sold out. I'm gonna double check that. We're gonna go to shop, and right now, I don't think there's any Marvel product. It says there's two. So we have Marvel Cyber, which is weird. Marvel Defenders. You want to buy a pack, you add it into the cart. You come here, you buy the pack. I'll stop sharing for a second and buy one and open it for you, so you can see it for those who haven't ever seen someone buy a pack. But I'm using PayPal right now that you can't see. And so I like to link my PayPal to ePack and make the purchase. Give that a chance to do its thing. And boom, boom. All right, it's processing the order now that I've made the purchase. And I'm going to add the screen back so you can see the steps from here. Okay, so it says, thank you for your order, open pack. So I'm going to click this button. And this is the pack, right? And if I have more than one pack, I can select, how do I want to open it? Okay, so here I only have one pack. And you can click on the pack itself if you're on your phone. When you're on a desktop like this, I think you have to hit the open button. Wait, nope. I can click on the pack with the mouse. All right, so we're looking at the cards here. You can drag them. This is kind of fun because you can do a reveal. Like, did I get a hit? And then you can drag it over here, or you can just hit the next button. Okay. And these cards that we're looking at here, these are digital cards. So this is not an actual physical card, I believe, but this one is, and we can tell it is when we look at it, because we got an image, an actual scanned image of the card. Do you see that? You can spin it around. It's an actual physical card. We can look at the edges and the corners and all that stuff. And then the last one was a digital card. I just threw away $8, by the way. There's nothing here of value. But now we have actual cards that are going to show up in our collection. So I'm going to go to my account, my dashboard. I've got 3,379 items in my my account, and these items are all cards. And you can sort here on the left, and you can like sort them by their attributes. And so of these cards that I have 10 that are they're autographed. I have 29 that can be combined, that are like ready to be combined. I think that's what that means. Yeah, we'll do that in a minute. And then go back to this, get rid of that. I have 1,235 digital only items. I have 2,044 that are actually physical. Of the cards that I have, 1,118 have been redeemed. 76 are serial numbered. 4 sketches. They're all, all the physical cards are transferable. Digital cards, I can't ship digital home, obviously, to make an obvious statement. All right, so let's do some combining. Let's combine some cards. So again, these cards are going to be from X-Men Metal and from Marvel Annual. These happen to all be digital here, but watch what happens. When I hit combined, I now have a physical card. So this is now one physical card that was made out of the combining of the digital cards. Okay, we'll take a look at it. Lady Sif, cool card. So you can see that. Let's go back. Will there be chase cards available in ePack? Absolutely. Some really fantastic chase cards. Yeah, Swami, you're right. He's still behind, but you're right, Swami. This is really helpful, Spidey. Been curious about ePack for a while. Excellent. Excellent. So let's, I think I can combine all somewhere. Let me do one of the X-Men Metal. So we're going to combine Phantom X here. So because I have 10 of these, and 10 can be digital cards can be combined to make one physical. And now we have our blue parallel. See how it's blue? No longer a digital card. Look at this bottom left corner. Whew, rough. Look at the top right corner. Damaged. Anything in high grade in X-Men Metal Universe is special. Really is. All right, so I've shown you how to combine. Let's look at some of the trades. Okay. Now, trades. Let's go to all trades. So you're going to see, this will show you like every trade that I've ever made, or that I think all these are the accepted trades. So we'll go to the very beginning of my ePack journey. Let's do that. Can you see this pretty well? Let me see if I can zoom in for you. Is that better? Yeah, you can see that better. All right, so this is my first ever trade. And this person, this was an easy trade. They traded me these two cards for these two cards because they wanted to redeem them. So that's what happened there. Oh, let's go to the bottom. I hate that it makes you start over every time you backspace, because I don't want to do that. So we're going to be careful which ones we look at, because I don't want to waste your time having to scroll every time. I made a lot of trades. Okay, I'm going to show you some of the real fun ones, okay? Some of the big trades. All right, this was probably my first big trade. And this was a printing plate of Jack-o'-lantern. I hit this card, and it is the black. And this is the Tier 4 Gold Sig Wolverine. Tier 4 Gold Sig Wolverine. That's a special card. And my buddy is the one who traded this to me. If you know Fan for Life, you know who I'm talking about. I'm very happy to have this Wolverine instead of that printing plate. There's only about 50 of these, because they follow the same sequence as the what ifs of the Tier 4, and there's only 50 of those. So there's only 50 of those gold signature Wolverines, and I still have it, actually. See if I got any questions here. You can open the link in a new tab. Okay. Ah, smart. Man. That is smart. Let's see if it'll let me do that. That way I don't have to go back and forth. We get to the bottom here. Okay. I'm not going to open this one up, but I'm really surprised this person made this trade. They traded me a Venom holofoil out of 99 for a Nova holofoil out of 99. Oh, or is that, did I have a kaleidoscope? Wait a minute. No, it's out of 99. So I really feel like I got a much better deal in this trade, because Venom is so much better than Nova. Okay, boom. Let's see here. This was a big trade. So this is how I got the Jean Grey buyback here, the one you've seen graded this morning. And it was by trading all of this. This is a Laura Herschel sketch, which some people are really big on. Kitty Pryde, Purely Periodics, and 3 PMGs. I really feel like I got the better end of the trade. I know this is a lot of cards here, but this card right here, this is a really big card because there's only 12 of them. And this is what won me the trade. Because there are people who are trying to put this set together, and this card was going for like $700 at the time, $600, something crazy. This sketch is probably a $250 to $300 sketch. I have not graded the Venom. I still have it. Still have it. Let's see. Wish there was a way to sort these, but there's not. Okay, I've got a few more that I want to show you that I think are pretty special. Give me a moment here. That's a pretty good trade. I'm gonna wait on that. I want to show you the green PMG trade. Here it is. All right, so here's the green PMG. You saw as a PSA 9, 7 of 10. And this, I traded 36 cards for it. So you got a pink Bishop, pink Jean Grey, pink Legion, pink Richter, pink Storm, pink Sunspot. If you don't know, these are numbered to 75. Pink Silver Samurai, pink Angel, Cannonball Legion, Rogue, Thunderbird, Exodus, pink Magneto, cool card. 25 of 75. Sebastian Shaw, Domino, Husk, Stepher Cuckoos, Sunspot, Deathbird, Omega Red, Sabretooth. Oh, these are the PMGs. Sorry. So starting here, Domino's a PMG. These are all PMGs. Red. High Series. And 2 green PMGs. So you have the Legion here. This is I think that's number 1 of 10. Alpha. And then the Magneto. And that's number 8 of 10. And then, of course, this aluminum Cyclops. So I way over traded for this. You could argue that the Magneto green PMG is on par with just the dark. Oh, and all these. Sorry. Oh, yeah. And this Wolverine cut. Look at this Wolverine cut from number 115 out of 2 of 50. You got Claws and you got Cyclops here. And then this sketch. So I way over traded here. And I basically made the guy trade it to me. I gave him an offer he just really couldn't refuse. Looks like the Anthony Davis trade. Yeah, you can message me about it, Full Metal. So I remember the guy's response. He was like, okay, you're making me accept it. Like I have to make the trade. All right. I want to show you another really special card that I traded for. Let's see. I don't know if you see this, but that's the gold Dark Phoenix. I bought that. It was a purchase. What was this trade? This probably not a good trade for me that I shouldn't have done. So I traded the red PMG of Nimrod, the green PMG of Nimrod, and the 1 of 1 of Nimrod for the buyback of Rogue, sketch of Wolverine, and an aluminum Dark Phoenix. But this guy was a Nimrod collector, and I don't know if sympathy got in me or whatever, but now looking at this, I'm like, man, that that was that was very heavily favored in their direction. Let's see. I want to show you a Spider-Man card that I picked up through trading. It was out of Marvel Masterpieces from 2020. That was my first experience with ePack. It was a really big set. It only lasted 6 days and it was sold out. Give you some context. I don't know how many boxes were in 2020 Marvel Masterpieces. I've been told, I just can't remember. Can you see this? This is the green PMG for $20.99. And this is a throwaway card over here on the right. That's because I purchased that card. I bought this green PMG for $600. Here we go. So here you have an orange Spider-Man, number to 99. This is number 18 of 99. And here you have the red gallery, 21 of 25 Spider-Man. I have this graded in a PSA 7. I traded for these two cards. I traded the printing plate of Heimdall and two, what are these? Preliminary arts, a purple, and this sketch. And now looking back, I got such a better deal. Like, I know this person was just after the printing plates, I guess, but I cannot believe I got these two cards. This Red Gallery Spider-Man probably sells for $2,500 raw today. This printing plate probably sells for, if I had to guess, $200, $350. The orange Spider-Man, this actually came back graded a PSA 9. I don't know what price to put on that, but I think it's probably more than $500. So anyways, very, very fortunate in that trade. Let's see here. ePack is annoying sometimes when you're looking for trades. They don't let you sort by who has the most doubles and stuff. Let's do this real quick. So when you're looking to make trades, you can go into the product checklist under collects, go to Marvel, and you can go to, these are all the checklist. Okay, on all of these sets. It's a great place to study checklists, by the way. All right, and you can see all of them here. And it goes all the way back. So you got 2017 Flare Ultra Spider-Man here on the right, but it goes all the way back actually to Marvel Masterpieces. And I can say, okay, I want to see, is there any red spectrums? Is the red spectrum Spider-Man on ePack? Well, I know the answer to that. I know where it's at. Let's look up. Let's see one that I don't know about. Grog. Is that on ePack? And it'll tell me. Now, if the person has the card locked, it won't tell me. What are the chances I pick one that actually is on ePack? How lucky is that for you guys? So look, the red spectrum, which is a 1 of 1. See, it says 1 of 1, is still sitting on ePack from 2016, from 2016. Joe Jusko Grog, got jet fighter planes flying into it. It's a pretty cool card, actually. Red spectrum. And this person has it. And if you want to, you can come here and you can look up his card. You go to his items, and you can sort various ways. You can sort by genre, which Marvel falls under here, under Marvel under here. He's got 43,000. So I don't want to do that. You can go to product type, and you can go to year. So if I'm like, hey, I want to look up 2016. But what I like to do is I'd like to just type in the character name, Grog. That in, see what pops up. And he's got a few Grogs. He's got the base, he's got the gold sig, he's got the red spectrum, he's got the what if, and he's got the legendary orange. And so if I wanted to trade this, I can click the trade button here and click the plus sign. And now I can make a trade. I can go here and add items. So right now I haven't added an item. Now, technically you can submit trade without adding an item. And that is some people's way of saying, hey, I want this. Do you have anything? Is there anything that I have that you want? I'm not a huge fan of that. I think it's pretty lazy, and I'm not a fan of it, just so you know. I will respond to it, because if you actually do have something I like, I will make a response. But so I can come here and I can sort, my cards and decide if I have something I think is worthy of trading for the grog. And I'm like, yes, the silk is worthy. It's not worthy, but so now I can see that I'm offering my silk for his grog, and I can hit submit. And if you hit submit, then the question is whether or not they're going to respond, whether they're going to counter, whether they're going to accept or reject. Okay. Yeah, I want to cancel that offer. You can see here, I've made 310 trades, and so far I have almost a perfect rating. Okay. I'm at 4.79 out of 310 trades. So if you go in and you're just making low ball trades, you're going to get rated low, and it can impact people's willing to deal with you. Okay. It's kind of their way of reviewing you. But check this out. So, well, not this one. That's not a real trade. That was a transfer. But I want to show you the printing plates. See if we got any questions real quick. The backlog for group submitters is still in 2020 submissions. Again, I'm way behind. Okay, that's good to know. Unfortunately, understanding these better now, I was misconstrued with digital being an NFT. So basically, if you get your physical here, there's no longer a digital version. So I just want to be clear. There can be digital cards. There can be, and no, they're not NFTs, but at any point are they an NFT. Anything that's digital generally has a combinable aspect where you can combine them to make a physical card. And then you have physical cards. They're just physical cards. You're literally opening up a pack and you're doing it online, and you're seeing the actual card that you're going to have mailed to you. You're not seeing a representation of the card. You're seeing the card that you're going to get mailed to you. So when you saw the green Phoenix and it was number 7 of 10, I was mailed that actual card. And that's important because you can look at the condition before you make a trade. Really important. All right, let's see. I want to show you these printing plates. This was back in February, so I should be able to find this. Here we go. All right, so this trade looks like I traded the Dark Phoenix printing plates. I mean, I traded them. This is me. I had the Wolverine purely periodic. See how it says adamantium, number 7 of 66. Cool card, off-centered on the back. Probably a PSA 7 if I had to guess. So I actually did a trade where I traded Wolverine planet metals, the gold, the platinum, the copper, and the aluminum, and this Wolverine, and they gave me $300 and the printing plates, and we facilitated the trading of the plates through ePack. So part of the trade was physical, cash, and then the rest of the trade was through ePack. And this deal was done at the Atlantic Culture Collision Show. And, people knew I was chasing Dark Phoenix, so they hunted me down and we made a deal. And I'm very happy to have the printing plates. I do miss the gold Planet Metal Wolverine. It's 1 of 15, but I'm happy to have it. Good. I'm glad you're getting it. So if you feel like you're missing out on Spider-Man metal at $600 a box, just know that there's a good chance, not a great chance, but there's a good chance you're going to have an opportunity to buy these on ePack. With Spider-Man metal coming out late August 24th, that kind of creates a projection date of, let's see here, June, July, August, September. So you're probably looking at December, probably is when Spider-Man metal is going to come out, I would think. And I don't think it'll be later than that. I think December is probably it. And if I find out something different, I'll let you know. So you could say, you know what, I'm only going to chase singles that people open and sell on Spider-Man Metal out of physical packs. See if I can find some stuff in the Walmarts and Targets, save up my money and wait to buy on ePack. So if you want to open the product, the real way to do it in terms of like maximizing dollars is actually to buy once people open on ePack and they try to dump it. That's really when you want to buy it. I was trying to think of anything else I want to show you here that you want to know. Let me show you friends real quick. So you can you can add friends inside of this. And I think it's important to have those. Let's see here. There's a friends list here on the right. And so if it's people that you're going to trade with regularly, you add them here and they're easy to find. Like I'm a trade with Sketch Card Hive. He never has anything in his ePack, but so adding your friends is good. Let's see, one more thing. Go to checklist. You can look up sketches. So we're looking at X-Men Metal here, and you can see all the artists on a sketch. And this is useful because if you're trying to buy a sketch on eBay, you can come here and see if they were actually a part of the set. And that way you don't get taken advantage of if somebody's trying to make a fake or something like that. But if I have a favorite sketch artist, and let's say my favorite sketch artist here is Liddy Lee. She's really popular. I just clicked on her name, and it should give me every Liddy Lee sketch that is visible in ePack. And there's some nice ones. Goodness gracious. Look at these. You can see why she's a favorite. That's an unbelievable magic. Look at this Magneto in the white suit. So good. Scarlet. Not my favorite, to be honest with you. Still cool. There's 3 Beasts here. That's interesting. But you can search there. You can, like, here's a 4-piece puzzle. And then we'll look at achievements here in a second. So that's important. We'll look at those. But you can see this puzzle here. And that's the actual card. Physical, actual 4 cards that this person got. All right, so let's go back to X-Men Metal and see how it says 2020 Marvel Metal Universe Gold Bullion achievements and our 16-piece puzzle achievements. So let's look at the gold bullions first. So I'll go to the Storm. So the gold bullions, you could not get it in physical boxes, and you could not actually open it on ePack. It wasn't a card you opened. You completed an achievement, and then you were given this card. Okay. You see how these have R's by them? That means they've been redeemed. Okay. And I'll talk about that in a moment. Let's see if we can find one that does not have an R. Okay. So this one does not have an R. Okay. Now they're still the same card. So there's in your physical hand, these are the exact same cards, but this card has not been used yet. So this person, they completed the achievement to get the Storm, and I can't remember what that achievement is, but it was something like collecting all the palladiums. Okay. If you got all the palladiums, which is one of the type of inserts, you could then get this card as completing that achievement. Then if you received all the gold bullions, like you had all of them, then there was 6, 7, 8 of them. Okay. If you got all 8 of them, you can convert that into another achievement, which was the 16-piece puzzle achievement. Okay. So let's look at this one. This is X-Men 4. Let's see if it's here. X-Men 4's first appearance of Scarlet Witch. And so I don't know if you can tell here, but they took the comic book cover and they made it into comic cuts. Each panel is an individual comic cut. So it's actually 16 cards here, and all together they form a puzzle that makes the full panel of the comic. Why is this important? Spider-Man Metal is going to have this same achievement. It's going to have gold bullions. You complete all of them. Let's say there's 8. Then you'll randomly get one of the comic book covers. Those comic book covers will include the AF-15 first appearance of Spider-Man. So someone's going to get a 16-panel comic cover achievement of a Marvel license issued comic cut. It's going to be unbelievable. Just to put it in perspective, just a cover of AF-15 today, graded, just the cover sells for like $7,000 or $8,000. So this is going to be one of the big achievements that people are chasing. And that's why ePack cards that have a redeemable achievement aspect of it will actually sell for probably a lot more money than the physical hobby box version of the card. Does all that make sense? Hey, Bill, how's it going? Did you get some rest last night? Could I show you? I think, Bryce, I believe I just did that, how to see the achievements. Will you do a video and collect forever? Maybe at some point. I need to understand it more. Right now, it'd just be me, being in discovery with you. I can show it. I did do an interview with Dylan, who is the social media person for Upper Deck Entertainment, and he answers some of those questions. I might upload that video one day. It's on Instagram if you want to see it. And he did answer some questions, but basically they're wanting to get to the place where with Collect Forever, you'll be able to trade your items that are in there for Marvel cards or any type of card that you have in ePack. So they'll be able to interact with each other. So if I had, an Amazing Spider-Man 300 that I could put on Collect Forever, I could then trade that comic book for one of the cards, and then send it home and all that kind of stuff. It's a vaulting service is ultimately what it is, that will have a trading aspect and we'll be able to interact with ePack. But what I don't understand about all of that is, so if you don't know this, everything you just saw in ePack, the manpower behind it that actually puts it all together is ComC. So let me show you ComC for those who don't know. I think most of you do, but just make sure. So this is ComC. ComC is the actual company that manages the background of ePack. So the actual housing of the cards, the actual scanning of the cards, all of that is managed by ComC right now. But Collect Forever is not managed by ComC. And that part doesn't make sense to me. I'm not sure what's going on there. Will the relationship with Upper Deck Entertainment and ComC remain in place? I think it will, but you see, that's why ComC has, they focus on Marvel cards because of their connection and relationship with Upper Deck ePack. So the cards I have on ePack, I can transfer to ComC. I'll show you that in a minute. I think that'll be good for you to see. But here are some of the cards that are on ComC for purchase. Here's one of those comic cuts. 16 panels. This is listed for $5,000, I believe. $4,000. Some cool cards on here. There's another, oh, this is for auction. Okay, this is interesting. This is X-Men 451. Oh, this is a really sick X-23 cover. Oh, wow, that's awesome. And look at the numbering. 1, 2, 4, 6. You can actually see they're numbered on the back. I didn't know that. This is the first time I've ever seen the back of these. That's actually really cool. That is cool. The current bid on this is $2,800. This is Uncanny X-Men 451, sick cover. That's awesome. Didn't realize that. Very cool stuff. Oh, I was going to show you how to transfer from ComC. So let me do that. Go to my account, my dashboard. Let me find an item I actually want to send to ComC. Let me share that screen. Okay. So let's see here. I want to go to attributes. Let's go to autographs. Do I want to send any of these to ComC? I don't think I do, actually. Let's look at serial numbered. The reason I'm kind of hesitant about sending some of these is some of this is future trade bait, but I do want to send this. So I have a pink X23 here. It's a good looking card, looks really clean. This is a card that I think I want to grade one day, potentially. Number 61 of 75. So there's this, let's make sure you can see what I'm saying. Right here, there's this little transfer item button. So I can click that and it goes up here into this top right corner. It says 2. And this is where I can look at my transferable items. I'm going to remove this Wolverine because I do plan to send that home. And I'm going to click send my item to ComC. And I'm going to submit the transfer. So it's processing the order. And at some point, let's see, let's go to my stuff here on ComC, see if it shows up. It's not showing up yet, so we got to give it a little time, but it's going to show up in my cards on ComC. And once it's in ComC, I can do quite a few things with it. I can post it for sale, inventory manager. Yeah, so here it is. It's already there. In ComC, 61 of 75. So I can come here and I can put a sales price on it. I can send it to auction. I can donate it to charity. There's a few things I can do with it. And so inside of ComC, it just gives you more options. And I think we're going to see these actions, these abilities expand in the future. It tells me that there are 3 cards listed for sale from $120 to $204. So if I'm thinking about selling it or want to sell quickly, it gives me some visibility on what the other cards on ComC are selling for. So you see how they're connected? So big save. Yeah, I'm also confused why they don't allow transfers from Collect Forever to ComC. Well, because they're not connected. That's my understanding. And I don't know that they ever will be unless something changes. Frankly, I think that there's quite a bit of merging and acquisition and people linking up together in businesses and trading card hobbies. And there's some posturing going on and things like that. So I don't know. I wish I had a better understanding of kind of what Upper Deck's long-term vision was, especially as it relates to Marvel cards. But right now, I don't know that. And I think Collect Forever feels like an attempt to keep up. That's at the moment, that's what it feels like to me. And maybe to also lower the value that ComC has to Upper Deck, so that they're in a negotiation situation. They can go, well, ComC, we don't have to have you. We have these other options over here. So that's kind of what it feels like to me. Vintage Lord, what's going on? Running late, but you made it. Good. Very good. Well, we looked at grades. We opened up a box of White Swartz and we pulled this card. So I think that's the case hit, right? Don't you think? So that was fun. And we've been doing some ePack training. We've opened up a pack on ePack so people can see it. And we've facilitated a trade, a mock trade. We looked at trades. We looked at how to look up cards, how to look at checklists, how to look at achievements, how to transfer to ComC. And by the way, the same way in which I transferred to ComC, I'll show you how to ship home. So let me do that real quick, because that will be useful to people. let's go back here. I got to put Wolverine back in the. Well, so let's get to my Wolverine that I have that I want to send home. I got 2 of them here. And so I'm going to click one. So I'm going to go to my transferable items and I'm going to click ship my item to me. I want it in a top loader that costs 35 cents. Click next step and I'm going to stop sharing so you don't see my address. And you can then insure it at this point, which is not an expensive card. I'm going to do $50. And the shipping cost here to mail this card home to me is $5.59. And it says I will have it by August the 15th. I'm going to check out with PayPal. Now, generally, I would recommend shipping more than one card at a time to save on shipping cost. But actually, this is the one card I need to finish my binder. So when are we going to do a monster opening live with Spider-Man Meadowlands? I'm ready to go strong. Okay, so let's talk about this. I'm going to take off work on I think it's on the 24th, if Dave and Adams is actually going to deliver product on that day. So in some of the boxes that I ordered, I paid for priority shipping and expedited shipping to get it as fast as I can. And I think my very first box, I'm going to do a traditional recorded box opening as a review. So it's just going to be me opening the box, taking my time, reviewing it, and I'll edit and post that video. So it lives forever as my first impression, on YouTube. And then as soon as I'm done with that, I think I'm going to go live and start opening up boxes live, and I want to do it with people. So I really need to think of a schedule to do that. Now, I'm not trying to open every box in the span of 2 days, right? But I do want to get through probably at least a case in the first couple of days with people hanging out and doing it live. Kent, hey, yeah, going to be a lot of ABRing. That is true. Absolutely true. What's up, Hulk Collector? How's it going? Yeah, you can catch the replay. Swami is like in the middle of watching the replay. He's behind. Thanks for congratulating me on the Dark Phoenix. Vacation week coming up. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm just going to work from home those 2 days, and I'm going to take one of those days off. That's the plan. I'm going to probably work on the setup a little bit more. I want to make sure it's as fun as possible. But yeah, well, guys, we've been going at it for 2 hours this morning. Hard to believe. And I've had a great time. Do you have any more questions as it relates to Spider-Man Metal? Any questions related to ePack? Anything that you would like for me to address this morning? What are you most looking for in Spider-Man Metal? Are you looking forward to just seeing what art is on the cards? Are you looking forward to a particular insert? Anything like that? Hit, have you been picking up any Star Wars cards? I opened up 2 boxes on the channel with my daughter, mainly because there was not Marvel product to buy. I do love Star Wars as a property. I actually have like a whole corner here. Oh, that'll be fun. You know what I ought to do? Let's do this. I'm going to give you guys a room tour. How about that? You want a room tour? And I'll show you the Star Wars. But the short answer is no. I don't pick up Star Wars cards. Star Wars cards is like a side chick that I pick up if my main squeeze isn't available. Wow, that was terrible. That was terrible. I've been married 20 years. That's not how I think. But when Marvel cards are not available to open, I'll open up. Are you going to go live when the checklist is released? Absolutely. I want to talk it out as soon as it happens. And I want to do that with all you guys. You want to see the new foiling on the PMGs? Yeah, me too. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see here. I'm going to, we're going to do this. Boom. So here's the room. Let's go to a big view. I'm going to walk you around. We're going to look at the rest of the room. So you won't be able to hear me. That's the only thing. Or I don't think you'll be able to hear me well. So here is, this is the display you see behind me all the time. Stuff falls down pretty regularly. Let me take Kent's comment down so you can really see. So this is pretty cool. Got Wolverine fighting here. I really like this. I got Phoenix suspended up in the air. Got our Sentinels. Professor X mentally keeping everybody in sync. Colossus here fighting the Sentinel. Got Bastion here. Gambit, Storm. He fell. I'm not going to touch it right now. We got Kitty Pryde, leader of the X-Men, Cyclops, Jubilee. And down here we have, we got our X-Force team. You can't hear me, can you? I'm talking, but the mic's over there. So I'll make this quick. Isn't that cool? This is the side of the room you don't get to see very much. So this is the Spider-Man stuff. Very cool. And then I have this set up like it's a skyscraper, like it's a building. But this actually was a display case that was at GameStop. Look, lizard fell down. I gotta fix that. So pretty cool. It's my favorite Spider-Man. Symbiotes. We have the Avengers. Namor fell down. And then here's the Star Wars stuff that I'm working on. So, Holmes. Spawn. Some of the boxes that we've opened. Comic books. Yep. Up here we got Mandalorian stuff up there. Got these. I'm working on this display. I'm putting it together still. I haven't finished. Iron Man display. Oh, you can hear me well? Okay, well, I'll talk more then. This is the Hellfire Club. I was trying to reenact the High Series Wolverine back there. And we got MODOK and all those guys from Hydra, Red Skull, Baron Zemo. And then this is the MCU shelf. And sadly, though, the Watcher fell down. Like, completely fell down and knocked everything over. I thought the Watcher was not supposed to interfere. Got the Hulk Buster back there. Vulture fighting Spider-Man. Yeah, so that's a pretty good view of the room. I'm gonna do a much better video eventually whenever I get everything completely set up. But no, thanks, man. Appreciate that. You appreciate that I don't keep them in boxes? No, I open everything. ABR all day. All day. All right. Hey, let's plan on doing it. How about this? If you want to do a box break of Spider-Man Metal with me, shoot me a message on Instagram at Spidey Hits, and I'll start working up some type of calendar of when to do it. I'd love to open. I want to see people open boxes just as much as I want to. You might want to see me open boxes. Be a lot of fun, and I hope that everybody makes content with it. I think it's great. Awesome. We'll make that happen. All right, we've hit the 2-hour mark on Saturday Morning Marvel Cards. I've had a lot of fun this morning. I hope you have had a lot of fun. I don't know if you realize this, but we're really close to 3,000 subscribers. And as you know, if you've been following the channel, going to be giving away. Oh, I got the right hand. One of the HasLab Sentinels, but new and in the box, never opened. And so if you want to win one of those, have it in your display. It is 27 inches tall, so you got to be ready for it. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. If you haven't already, do me a favor, hit that like button for me. I do appreciate that very much. And yeah, feel free to reach out anytime. Love helping the community, answer any questions, be an encouragement, whatever way I can serve you all. Happy to do it. And yeah, love it. Thanks for hanging out. And as always, I hope you have a marvelous day.